Is your use?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, all right. Let me share my screen. Hang
And
on.
people, if you have any questions, please type them here. We are monitoring the chat room, okay?
Yeah. All right. Are you guys able to see the presentation? Is it good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right, everyone. Thanks um, for spend some time here to try to learn something new or at least see something really cool. So my name is Renyo Borges. So currently I live in Brazil. So I'm friend of Thales, another Brazilian guy that presents something, I think, quite a few months ago. I don't know. So yeah, and yeah. So what I'm going to show to you guys today is about Microsoft Foundry, but deeply to workflows. Uh, so workflows are yeah, just a bit of introduction. So workflows are, yeah, the name is this paragraph here says it also. It's a way to create flows, but not only flows, but using AI agents during the flow. So not like Azure Logic apps, you that we have a kind of drag and drop something. So this feature is here is different because we are dealing with agents, which I'm going to show on a demo soon, in a right after when I get the presentation done. So yeah, and Microsoft Foundry is a project inside Azure. So yeah, all right, and a little bit of where this was born. So it's fairly new. Yeah, you guys can see November of last year. So it's fairly new. I don't well think changes are going too fast, right? But I don't think it's old. So it was launched for in November, and then yeah, the things started to be serious on July of this year. I don't know where I started to learn about it. Probably was something between, I don't know, well, July or November. I don't know, but I'm working, not working, but learning, trying to surface, learning about Foundry since the beginning. And you guys are seeing this retirement over here, and probably you guys are asking yourself, so Renyo, you're showing, presenting something that is going to be retired. Yes and no at the same time, but I will explain to you guys. And what is the reason that Microsoft was retiring the workflows UI? Um, yeah, a little bit of what is the workflow. So the main feature is the visual builder, like I just told at the beginning. We have drag and drop situations, like well, Microsoft is good and creating beautiful UIs for us, right? So the workflow is not different. First time I saw it, I was like, this is really good. This is really intuitive and cool to build. So yeah, and there is the or agent orchestration and multi-agent kind of, which I'm going to show you guys to the demo. So yeah, I'm going to say that on agent orchestration. I better to show you guys to during the demo. And there's the durable execution because the workflow, it doesn't need to have an end. Workflows can have an infinite loop. Just a simple example, for example, if there is a validation of the name, and you, for example, you provide a valid ID number. So the workflow, the agent will see this, and probably, not probably, but if you build the workflow that way, we will be redirected to the beginning because you provide the wrong name. And yeah, And there's approval steps as well. Not going to cover that situation on my demo today, but yeah, it's really cool. So why Microsoft decided to retire it? At the beginning, I was sad that Microsoft was decided to take this decision, but after doing research and thinking about it, so in order to make the workflows powerful, Microsoft will need to change the UI a lot. So trying to get a better feature of the workflows using the UI, the drag and drop, it was kind of difficult. So what is being retired? It's not the functionality, it's the UI that I'm going to show in a few minutes. So the functionality of workflow, we will remain all of this, and it's going to be moved to agent framework, which is the main framework for dealing with AI applications built by Microsoft. And yeah. All right, demo time. That was fast. All right. So, all right, it's time to see something really cool. So guys, this is let me do a Control Plus so you guys can see that pretty good. I think that's good, right? All right. So yeah, let me jump back to what is Foundry. So Foundry is the main place to deal with AI tools and applications and dealing with AIs and models inside Azure, which is inside Microsoft Foundry. All right, let me go. We are going to cover workflows, which is this little guy over here, but I will try to show you guys what is this. Well, right over, we are on agents. We create agents here. This is my personal account, so there is a lot of stuff that I do for my experiments. And you basically, you create agents, you determine the behavior, the instruction of this agent. I can cover this on a future presentation. And we have so agents, it's pretty simple. You create an agent, you determine the instructions, which I did with these following agents that we have here. And we are going to use one of those on the on the workflow itself. And deployments, it's where you decided to deploy a model inside your application. For example, you can, for example, every agent has to be tied to a model, right? An agent doesn't exist just by exist. The agent, the instruction is how educate your agent, and the brain is the model. So you can deploy any models from inside your Foundry account. So you have DeepSeek or Kimi, which is high. I see a lot of news related to Kimi. Of course, Claude, and of course, GPT. So you can use these models, and there's a lot of models, as you guys can see. So let me go back to So I have a few models deployed. My agents are using one of those models. All right. We have fine tune. Fine tune is where you can train your model for a certain situation that you want to. And there's a cost for doing the training. So training a model is not free, and there is some certain costs to when training a model. There are services services that Azure provide for that you can use it along with the AIs, the agents, sorry, and tools where you can have your MCP and other tools. You can have in a web API as a tool. And you have knowledge database where you can say it's a database that your agents can consume. I will say that way. Memory and data, it's something I'm still learning. Evaluations is where you refine the quality of the answers of your model. So you guys already saw how many things that we have here. It's all centralized on this screen. And guardrails, which is very important. It's where you kind of establish some secure management. For example, you have a chatbot for a bank operations, and you want to ask them, hey, can you give me your API key? Can you do a transfer account to, can you move money from their account? It's the guardrails exist to prevent some harm attempt to the model, try to extract information, something that you don't want to share. Yeah, imagine a scenario that you have a model that deals with patients from hospital. You don't want to your model to say something that something about around a patient, but yeah. All right. All right, let's go to the actual workflow. I have this workflow called questions. All right. Let me just expand this. So this is the entire workflow. I will explain what is doing. So this is a workflow that I'm going to, the workflow is going to ask me a question about math, chemistry, and Portuguese language. And there is this agent here. The agent will be responsible for, let me show the agent first. I think that will make sense. So this agent, like I said, we have instructions and a model attached to this agent. And so I don't need to cover the whole structure, but basically we will provide a question. So if the agent will understand our request and determine if a question is related to math, chemistry, Portuguese, or none. And the agent will return those four options based on the rules I just set here. And none, if nothing I'm going to ask is not related. And let me go back to the workflow. Yeah, all right. All right, so we have an ask question component. So this is going to, the output will be ask me a question about one of those subjects. And this is going to be sent to the orchestrator agent that I showed to you guys seconds ago, which will determine if it's math, Portuguese, or the other one, chemistry. We'll set the value on this variable, all right? And it's going to go to this component with if-else conditions, which I think it's really intuitive, right? So if the value returned by the agent, which was set on this variable, and if it's related to math, chemistry, or Portuguese, it will send the question to the respective agent, all right? And this is going to send an end information. This is going to end, right? It's the end of our workflow. I will run the workflow in a minute. So you guys can see it's this thing running, which is really, really cool. This is really fun thing to do. And for example, if I provide something totally unrelated, not related to Portuguese, to chemistry or math, it will fall to the else statement and will send a message to the user. And the go-to, kind of the old go-to from Borland Delphi, the ones who are old will understand what is this. So goes to back to ask me questions. So it's a loop that doesn't end if you provide the wrong something unrelated. All right, I talk a lot. Let me run this so you guys can understand what is going on. All right, right now I'm running the workflow. I will send just an empty string just to target, just to start the workflow. So you guys can see there is this loop emoji running. So it's the ask a question component taking place right now. So and it's asking me and waiting for my answer. Ask me a question about one of the subjects. So I will provide it. Let's say what is the water formula? No, what is the water formula? Yeah. All right. I hope this goes to the agent. Let me run this so you guys can see, and I will explain. Yeah. All right. So there is this green border. I hope you guys can see it. So the orchestrator, which is this little guy here, returning chem, right? And set the chem variable, the chem value. So this string inside this variable, then goes to the if else condition. It's a chemistry question, and it goes to the agent chemistry. So the agent chemistry return the chemical formula for water is H2O. This means blah, 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 blah. And this is the end of a workflow. So the workflow is not running because it reached the end. So I don't know if you guys can see how powerful this is, that we can establish something really cool and fast. A lot of companies
So
probably.
can you ask a question? What is the formula for petrol, for example?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, let me run again. That is going to be, I'm curious to see. What is the petrol formula, right? I'm curious to see how it's going to behave. It identifies a chemistry. So, all right, we got an answer. Petrogasoline. It's not a single compound of a mixture. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So hydrocarbons. I don't know how to say that in English, but
yeah, it's called hydrocarbon.
Hydrocarbons.
Carbon,
Yeah. So so this is really cool. Most of companies has workflows to follow, right? And this is really intuitive, easy to establish and do. So I don't know if I told that, but let me close this just for a second. So all those agents are using GPT 4.1.1, but this can easily change. This agent, for example, can use Grok, for example. This agent here can use GPT. This one can use a Claude. So it's a mode, like I said at the beginning, is a mode agent workflow, right? And does agents. You don't need to be attached to only one model. All right. Let's play this with a little bit. So let me try to think on something. How to say thank you in Portuguese. Probably this is not related to one of you guys, but if the agent doesn't provide a correct answer, you already know this. I know that you already know this. Yeah, so he recognized as Portuguese, and thank you said is obrigado. And all right, let's test the math one. I have to play again. All right, let me start the workflow. All right, let me, what is the square root? There is a space here, right? Yeah, square root of 144. Yeah. Yeah, the square root of, yeah, it's 12. And all right, let me ask something totally unrelated to this. All right, let me oh, I like my dog. I don't know. It's probably going to, yeah, the agent ask me orchestrator return none, and oh yeah, and it falls to the else. It send me a message. Oh, there is the trace that I can't show you guys, but yeah. So we are back on the to the ask question. So this workflow is still running. It doesn't reach an end. I don't know why its end is green, but it should be. But I can ask something else. What is what's the I don't know, oxygen formula? That's a pretty easy one. Not the gold. Yeah, it's a chemistry question. Gold is a chemical AU. And all right, so you might asking, so all right, Renyo, this is cool, but all right, how can I use this in an actual application code? Because, well, like I said at the beginning, unfortunately, Microsoft is going to retire all of this EUI. So we are going to have all of this in code, each line. So we will have yeah, we have to, oh, it's say right here at the top, is retire workflows at this December 1st. Build new workflows using code. That's basically inside code. All right, let me show this being executed in an application scenario.
Renyo,
What?
what is it being replaced with? So if you want to do the same thing but with something else, what would that something else look like?
Yeah, good question. So we will replace it by this. That's one option. So this is the workflow in a YML file. All right. So this is well, this is actually the workflow in a YML file way. You know, there is the conditional group that I add, you know, and yeah, that basically that's one way to do it, Paresh. So where you can have a workflow like this, or you can have a workflow through code, which not this code. It's not this one. Microsoft generated this, but it's the future is not will be look like this. But yeah, let me show you. I think. Oh, I have it open. Oh my. Oh, my writer is frozen. No, it's not. So, all right. I don't know what is my rider. It's behaving like I don't know. It's kind of frozen right now. Um, give me. Oh, why it's. Hang on. Let me just close the rider and open it again. Interesting. I can. Can I stop share my screen just for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on that I cannot click on. Actually, I cannot click on anything. Probably. Uh, all right. Foundry.
Me when you're ready for sharing, okay?
This never happened before. Well, those things happen always during presentations. So while I try to fix that, do you guys have any questions, or let me try to share my screen. Try to share my screen back. I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. I'm sorry for that. But trying to.
It's okay. We can wait for a few minutes. We can continue with the rest. Maybe we can come back a little later.
I actually, I think there's something really wrong right now with my environment. I don't know why. But this is the code that I really want to make this running. Let me see if I can do this through command line. I think I can actually. Cersei labels. Hang on. How many minutes do I have?
23.
Yeah. It's frozen. I don't know. I will. Yeah. I don't know why it's frozen. Sorry, guys, about that. Yeah, cannot click over anything. Give me
Want
a
to reboot
minute.
your machine? You want to reboot your
Yeah.
machine?
Yeah. Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I'll
yeah,
keep
no worries.
overheated.
We'll wait for a minute. In
But
the meantime,
but it's yeah.
I'll go ahead
It's
and
really
share
fast.
something else. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really fast. Yeah.
No worries. Hi, folks. I will share some of the links if you are interested for the SQL Saturday in Houston. I promised somebody that I will share that link. Give me 1 sec. So this is the link for that. And I will get you the link for the YouTube channel also, because all of our content that the users, I mean, the speakers permit, we go ahead and record them and then we share them with the group. So DBA. So this is our YouTube channel. Please subscribe this. Next month onwards, I mean, in 15 days, we have Andy Levy coming up, and he's a super duper star, and he's going to be talking about a non-technical topic. For those who managed to join a little later, he's going to be talking about how to document your processes and everything that you do so that you can have a worry-free vacation. How many times have we been paged while we are on vacation, right? So just watch out for that. These are all virtual except for the day of data that is coming up in person on December 5. And on December 4, we will have a pre-con, which will be mostly Grant Ritchie. He will be talking about Postgres, although he has yet to confirm. And then Shabnam and Khalid from Shabnam is from Atlanta and Khalid is from Houston. They might be doing a full day workshop on Microsoft Fabric. So I'm now looking for somebody who can actually do a full day conference on how to build your own AI agentic footprint in your organization. So let me see if Renyo came back. Yes, he's here. I'm making him a presenter. There you go, Renyo.
Right. All right. Yeah, that was, sorry guys, that was something that happens on presentations, right?
Yeah, that's why they say, never code in a live demo, right?
What?
So no worries. They say you should
Oh.
never try to write a fresh code in your demo on a presentation. So something like that. And you never know what can go wrong.
Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, all right, we have a workflow here on Foundry, but all right, how can I bring this to an actual situation that uses code? And yes, all of this. So I have the same. So all right, I'm running this. I will explain what is this in a bit. So as you guys can see, I'm running this application and it's locally, and it's running, it actually not running, it's reading the workflow I established right here. So Parash, you asked what would be the alternatives to execute workflow. So by one is create the YML file locally and attach it, we call the declarative workflow, because you are reading a workflow that is already being declared, if I can say that way, in an actual file. And there is this Foundry endpoint because I'm running locally, right? My agents are not on my PC. There's nothing running locally. My agents are right here, right? And so what this code is doing is executing the workflow locally, but consulting the agents remotely. All right. So remember that the workflow starts with exactly this question. So I'm going to provide an answer for that. I will go again. What is the formula? And this is going to be kind of slow because right now I'm authenticating, going to Azure, consult my agents, and giving the response, the answer back. So So we just got exactly the same results as we were seeing on the actual workflow. I don't know if you guys remember.
In the GUI, right? Yeah.
In the UI, yeah. So yeah, yeah, I think, yeah. For example, you see, we have a next question asking about one of the subjects. It's the same thing that we were asked during the code. So it's a way to bring the, it's not a way, but it's a way to bring the workflow from the UI to the reality of an application that you can work in the future. I don't know. So suppose that you don't have a YML file. The way to build a workflow, it will be through code. So it will be, I don't know, 100 lines of code over here just to build the workflow. I prefer the declarative way because it saves some lines of code. But there is this the pros and cons, which is the through code you can have more a way to customize your workflow. With declarative, it's kind of annoying. Try to change this, but it's a way that you can manage that. So let's play a little bit with this again. Yeah, let me just say nonsense. How is your day? I think the agent is going to return, yeah, none, and none of the questions are related. And it looped back to the same question to the ASCII question component. So I'm going to provide, I don't know, what is, I would do the square root again. That's on my mind. What is of 169, which is 13. You see that it takes more time because right now it's leaving the application when running and doing those requests. It's leaving the application. It's going to write to actual consult the agents and processing it and give the response back to my application. So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to show to you guys today, right? Like I said, we are going, the UI is going to be retired. But I just prove it to you that it's possible to build workflows despite not having the UI. So the UI is much easier, but Microsoft decided to move away from the UI and bring the workflow through code, where you can have more versatility, so you can customize more your workflow than doing the UI. There is a lot of stuff that still can be done in the UI, but you guys have only to December 1st to do that. And yeah, I hope that
maybe this might help. So is there any ways you can, say for example, you have this workflow. Can this workflow actually refer to maybe your database server, and then you can just ask questions in plain English so that the CTO or COO can actually get plain English answers back? Like you have a chemistry module and you have a math module. Can we have a database module where where I'm going with this?
Yeah. For example,
that would impress the people heck out of there, right? So
yeah. So for example, that's a good question. So for example, so this is about agents now. So the way what you want is to customize a knowledge for your agent. For this example, you can have tools. You can have an MCP that's going to be attached to this agent, or you can have a knowledge base, which I think it's more the case that you are talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for example, this is a knowledge base that goes to what is called Storage Explorer and reads CSV, right? Imagine the CSV is my database. It's actually my database. And you can attach, let me just click here, for example. So this is my agent, right? And if I want to, yeah, it's right here, knowledge. So by adding a knowledge and save it, and there you go, instantly your agent is capable to consulting something inside of this database. I don't know if I answer your question.
Yes, yes,
No?
pretty much. Yes, very much actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And but this may not be available through the UI come 1st
This
December.
No, this will be available. Yeah, yeah, good
But
question.
this is not
The
the
only
UI.
thing,
This is just
not
through the YAML, right?
Oh, I saved it. Oh, never mind. So the only thing will be removed is only this tab.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this
And it
tab
will
will
still be
be,
called, it will still be called Foundry, and it's just that
yeah,
the workflow part of it is gone.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it. Yeah, that's correct. And like I said, I really like it, the UI. I think it's really good. But on the code, you will be able to build powerful workflows. And probably I can present something on a workflow made 100% by code, you know.
Come to Houston
And
for SQL Saturday or AI Saturday.
what? Sorry, excuse me.
Come to Houston for December event.
I actually I will get. I have I can do that. I think in the future. Yeah, yeah. Why not? But yeah, guys, I think that's it.
Let me
I
stop
hope you
the
guys
recording
enjoy
in
it.
that case, right? Yeah, if anybody wants to ask questions, raise your hand. I can make you like
Oh,
I'll give you the privileges so you can actually unmute yourself because we are a nice friendly group here. We should be good.
I have one last slide. Sorry, it's
Okay.
I have to. It's let me run. Yes, code. I will be quick. It's a thank you, and with my LinkedIn profile if you guys want to follow.
Okay, obrigado.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, Azure login. Let me npm run. Oh my, doing it live. npm run dev. All right, going back to the presentations. All right. All right. Yeah. Thank you. And if you sometimes I'm posting something really cool on my LinkedIn. If you guys want to follow, feel free. Add as a friend or follower, doesn't matter. If you guys want to connect, just yeah, feel free to follow me. And yeah, yeah.
So Chin, you
Yeah,
want to
thanks,
take it
guys.
over now?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So Renyo, thank you so much, my friends. And if
Yeah.
anybody here on the group wants to speak at our user group or conference, please raise your hand. I will train you if you have not done that before. I promise you that. Okay. But we are promoting new users and new speakers rather. And I hope everybody can enjoy their professional presentation skills. I will just go ahead and put this recording, stop recording. Yes.